Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet, and yay, look, we're in the yarn room again today. I'm so excited. It's been a minute since we've been in here, but Chloe came over yesterday, and God bless her, she helped poor Grammy out, and we got some stuff done. It was a little overwhelming, mostly because my knees are bad and I can't get up and down off the ground very easily. And what I needed to do, I needed to be on the ground, but yet be able to get up and get stuff. And I can't do that if I can't get up and down off the ground very easily. So I needed, and Chloe's really very good at organization. She loves to organize things. So I said, can you help me for a little while? So we spent a couple of hours in here and I'll give you a little tour. I have which I'll insert, I'm going to try anyway, to insert a little bit of a clip of what I was doing by myself. And then we'll see what we accomplished afterwards. But first, I want to show you some finished projects. And we'll talk and then we'll do the tour. If we have time for the tour. Otherwise, the tour will come another time. But I did take some video trying to work it out myself. It's not done. I have shelves over here that need some attention. And I emptied a lot of stuff to make room. And like I took out all of my 5 and 6 weight yarns. I don't think I have any 5 and 6 weight yarn in this room right now. And it's all in bins in our spare bedroom. And I don't want to keep it in bins in the spare bedroom, but it's all not going to fit in here. But then there were some like specialty yarns. All my alpaca is in the other room, in bins. Some really cool yarns that I don't want to store. But I didn't know what kind of room I would have. But we got the cakes all in, and well, anyway, that'll be the whole other part of the video. But because it's not a disaster, saying, God, look at all this, that it was, I love my yarn room. It's inspirational usually to be in here because I can look around and I can say, oh, I could make out of this, and oh, I want to make out of that. And that's the perfect color for something. And like you have, you know how it is, right? Don't you have like 100 projects in your mind and you say, oh yeah, that's the perfect yarn? Well, I've gotten to the point, I used to have a playlist in YouTube that was all the things I want to make. Well, it got to be about 200 things long. And that was, now I'm not even looking at it because it's just overwhelming. So I deleted the playlist because, let's face it, I can't make all of those things and I keep adding to it. But yet they weren't important enough to make right now or to start right now. But in the past, I don't like to have more than 1 or 2 projects going, like one that I can take and then one that I can work on that maybe needs some concentration, and one that's like brainless, you can watch TV. So I like to have a small project that I could take with me to work and work on it at break. Then the one that, you might just like sit down and pay attention to what you're doing. And then maybe one that's like Granny Squares that I can just whip while I'm watching TV or chatting on the phone or watching YouTube videos, and you don't really have to concentrate on. And that's like for mostly 5 years, that's pretty much what I've done. But this since like January, now I have like 93 projects. But I did start at some point over the last, since I've been crocheting, which is maybe 6 years or so, 6 or 7 years. I started, when I find the perfect yarn for the perfect project that I really want to make, I put it in a bag. And I'm like, I'm going to make that. And here it is, it's ready to go when I finish what I'm working on. But then I got really ambitious in January and said, oh yeah, I'm going to do this crochet along, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm really enjoying making bags, so I'm going to make those in between. And now I have a lot of projects and I don't have as much time. So there's that. And then I got myself involved in some like big hobby projects. So now I have more projects than I've ever had. and I'm just working on them as I can. And that's the way it is. The luck of the draw, I'm doing it because I really enjoy that, and I'm trying to keep up with that one, like I've said before, trying to keep up with, and I'm going to keep up with Judy. So Luck of the Draw is by Nan from Nan's Next Knots, and I do have that up to date, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I like to keep up with my Double Dog Dare knitting project, which I have not yet done this week, but I have to have it done by Friday, so I will have that done. I am up to date as of last Friday, but now by this week I think I have to do the 3 rows for that. I'm loving that. Like I said, I haven't done it yet because I squeaked in another project. And I am trying to keep, and I want to keep up with Judy with Witch Piece Crafts on her yarn vacation, which is up to date. It just came out again yesterday. We are traveling to this continent now. I'm not saying where we're going because you got to watch her video. And I'll try to link all this in the description box below. So I'm really enjoying those projects, and I just started the second blanket because I'm getting them to Boggy Creek with my friends that we're collecting blankets. We won't really be collecting them until I think August for Boggy Creek Camp in Florida for the sick kids we did last year. That would be Nancy from She's Got Yarn and Billy, the Crafty Floridian. We're collecting those. I think we're going to start collecting them again in August, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm making the Judy at Witch Piece Crafts 6-month vacation, what is it, hashtag yarn vacation AU. I'm making 2 Boggy Creek blankets. So I finished one, and now I've started the second one, and I'm gonna, I want to stay on track with that because I'm donating that and I want it to be done on time. So and that comes out twice a month. The Double Dog Dare, which is, I forgot to mention, Laura from Mammy's Crochet and Farming. That is her brainchild, and she double dog dared some of her friends. She said, hey. We said, okay. Because I've wanted to learn to knit. And I think I might have it. We'll see. We'll see when I get this week's work done. But I haven't, like I said, because I squeaked in another project in the meantime. And now, actually 2. So that's what I was going to show you today, besides the fact that, yay, we're in the yarn room, so I'm so excited. And welcome, if I haven't said that. If you're new to my channel, I like to film in my yarn room when I can. I can't always, it's not conducive for filming, it's very small in here. And when you see the tour video, you'll see why. You'll see what I'm talking about. But it is what it is. It's my yarn room, and I love it, and I wouldn't change it. Maybe more shelves. That would be the only change, is bigger. Make it bigger. But, we can't grow the house, so that's what it is. So do you want to see what I made with Luck of the Draw? So that's right here. That's living in this basket. That I did get this basket from, and this beautiful little thing that I keep my stitch markers in, and my hooks and all that. This all came in my yarn swap, or my Christmas swap with Nancy from She's Got Yarn too. So I'm crocheting a bag. I crocheted a bag for the first half, the first 10 weeks. But I mean, you can't make a bag for 20 weeks. It's too, it would be huge. Santa Claus. So this is a little bag. I will try to link the, I try to remember to link everything. This is the bag that I'm making, and this is the 3rd week's color. Well, it's actually week 13. And I will confess, I mixed up the colors. Week 11, the first 10 weeks is in another bag, and it's in my room downstairs by my sewing machine to be lined. I picked out the fabric for it, but the day I was going to line it, I got sidetracked and I didn't get to line the bags that I have ready. When they're done, I'll show them to you. So anyway, week 11, she drew number 4, and I remembered it. I watched the video at work, and then I came home and pulled out the yarn, and I pulled out the yarn that was week number 3. Today, this past week, she pulled week number 3, and I know that this blanket already had week number 3 in it, but she hadn't pulled that since week number 10. So I looked and I said, well, you dummy. So I switched them. So now this Kelly green is now number 4. And this lime green right there is now number 3. And this is a hometown. Oh, it's a, I don't remember which one this is. I don't know where the ball band is either. But that's like a Premier Home, or it might be a Lily Sugar and Cream. Big, huge cotton thing. And this week number 3, that is now week number 4, that is now week number 3, is called Aloe Vera. And so that is the color that I had this week, and my mix-up. And I am using a 4mm crochet hook for that. And this is what it holds. So the bag is big enough that I'm keeping my big skein of white in there. And the white has the speckles, and I'm really liking it like that. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, because the other one is solid white, and then I have yellow colors, yellow and oranges on here. And it's really sharp. I really love it. And I really like this one too with the speckle. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty cool looking. And these are the colors that I have yet to choose from. All blues and greens. So that's living in here for right now. And that one is done for the week until Thursday. And today is Tuesday. But I got it done. And I don't want to lose that. So then I told you I started 2 other projects. My Judy's was already done. And I haven't done the Double Dog Dare. I was hoping to get to, then I started other projects. So we don't even need to talk about the ones I was hoping to get to. But one of my co-workers at work asked me if I could crochet. Hold on. Oh, okay. One of my co-workers at work asked me if I could crochet an elephant for she has a baby coming due, friend with a baby coming due, and could I make an elephant? And I said, sure. I think so. I can give it a shot. And it was Amigurumi Wars, and which is the brainchild of Anita from y.o.h crochet. She is the major host of Amigurumi Wars. If you're not familiar, check her out. I will link her in the description box below also. This month, the month of May, Judy from Witch Piece Craft is hosting. Every month there's a different podcaster that hosts. This month is Judy at Witch Piece Craft. So buzz over there, check her out. But I did get this done in time. Jan was the host last month, an Alaskan crafter. And she said you had to have your makes in by midnight Alaskan time, because the Alaskan crafter, guess what, lives in Alaska. If you don't know Jan, buzz over to check her out, because she's a sweetheart and I love her to death, and she's one of my favorite Yarny sisters. And Zoom sisters. I mean, they all are my favorites, so so anyway, buzz over there, check her out. And I did get it done by midnight Alaskan time on the 30th, the last of her month. She did get it. I mailed it to her before midnight. I don't know, 7 or 8 o'clock my time, which would have been middle of the afternoon her time. And I saw her in Zoom that day, and I said, hey, did you get my picture? And I don't want to be entered. I'm not entered in the giveaways. I don't know how often I can actually do them, but I generally don't enter giveaways, but I participate. Same with Judy from Witch Piece Craft. I participate to show support, but I don't enter. So anyway, this is the elephant that I made. This is a Jess Huff pattern. It is a free pattern. I believe all of Jess Huff's patterns are free. Didn't she turn out so cute? I did not. She does sit. She will sit by herself very nicely. Um, I did not put beads in her. Usually I like to put like the glass beads in my stuffed animals because it helps them to stay sitting easier. But this is going to a newborn. Hopefully she'll be allowed to play with it and spin on it and whatever. Whatever newborns do and little babies. And I didn't want it to, if she drops it on her face, give her a black eye or something with beads in the bottom. So there's no hurtfuls. I did do, look at purple, sparkly safety eyes, but they're in there pretty good. I don't think she can get them out. And I think I need to add like a little pink ribbon, but I don't have, any little pink ribbon. So, anyway, oh, excuse me again. Darn, quit calling me. I'm not answering you. It's spam. Spam calls me all the time. They're the only people that call on a regular basis. And I never want to talk to them, but they call me all the time. So anyway, this is my, in April, I got 3 in because I did 2 bunnies from the Hobie bunnies. And I got this. So I got this in this month. And as I said, I don't know if Anita has put out who the spotlight designer is this month for the month of May. I just know that Judy is hosting. And if I have time, I will make another Amy. I think I really like Just Husk's patterns. I love that the trunk and the face are all one piece. Because I hate sewing on. And I was disappointed that the legs and arms weren't part of the body. Like sew them in as you go, kind of. But she doesn't do tutorials on how to make, but she does do tutorials on how to assemble different pieces, parts. Now, if you look close, you guys will notice that the arms are non-straight. This one's a little bit higher. Don't tell anybody. Nobody will notice. Well, they might notice, but they won't say anything. So anyway, that's the elephant. She's really cute, I think. And this one is 99% finished, but I had to come up here to finishing it because I was out of stuffing and I want to get this video in. I have grandkids coming over today. My oldest 2 granddaughters and my newest adopted granddaughter. Oh, I didn't tell you. This, I made this. This is Red Heart Super Saver. That's the color. This is scrap. I know the yarn. It is Stitch Studio, which you can't get anymore from Macy Moore. So I have granddaughters coming over today, and I need to get this done before they get here. That was the hope. But I thought, oh, I got to come up here and get more stuffing. So you're not seeing it stuffed. I wanted it to be stuffed before I showed it to you. So let me stuff it really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, maybe I'll chat while I stuff, and then I can finish it while we still talk, because I don't know. I guess it could be considered an amigurumi if it's stuffed. I don't know. Look at this bag of stuffing. Do you see this huge thing? I got this, I think, for $15 at Walmart. Pretty sure it was Walmart. I've never seen, I've had a huge box of stuffing. I've never seen one in a bag before. This big. And it was like only $15. Whoa, that's awesome. So I don't know, when I stuff amigurumis or anything, I kind of like fluff up the stuffing and then shove it in. I don't know, it's kind of stupid to fluff it up just to squish it back in, but it is what I do. I don't know why. I've seen people do that in videos. Oh, you have to fluff it up. Well, you fluff it up and then you shove it and you squish it again. So I don't know, but this huge bag, I don't keep it downstairs. I keep it in the closet in the other bedroom. This room, my yarn room, does not have a closet. Just on a side note, my house is really old. And back in the day, apparently, my house was built in 1917. And apparently back in the day, they charged you taxes part of the taxation on your house was like how many frilly fancy stuffs you have, and closets were considered additional taxation. And at least in Ohio or Cuyahoga County, where I live, whoever assesses the taxes around here said, oh, well, I think I paid the state. I guess it's the state that did that tax assessment stuff. But anyway, the bottom line is they said if you have closets, then, you know, you pay more for having the fancy closets versus using those old wardrobes. Remember, like in Narnia, the book, where they, in the movie, where they have to go through the old wardrobe to get into Narnia, because you pay separate, you know. So anyway, not all of that's why a lot of, from what I understand, that's why a lot of houses, if you see houses that are old without bedrooms, without closets, that's why. Because you have to pay extra in taxation, so they built them without closets. Or very small closets. No big, huge walk-in closet for this old house. But this bag of fiberfill is so huge, I don't want to leave it downstairs in my living room where my projects are. So I keep a small section of it, like I have a little baggie of it, but I ran out in my little baggie. So almost done here. I gotta fill it or sew it together better so that I can finish stuffing it more in the crevices. I don't want to make you wait while I do this, so let me pause you for a second while I finish, and then we'll show you the finished product. Hold on. All right, well, thanks so much for hanging out while I did that. I just have an end to weave in here real quickly. I know it was only about 5 minutes, but I know it didn't seem like that to you guys, did it? Let's see. Let's just get this end woven so that she can't pull it out. Sure. Well, I'll show you first, then I'll weave in the end. So this is what I made. It's a pillow for my granddaughter, Ariana. And the pattern, there's a written pattern and a tutorial, and I will have them linked in the description box below. I can't remember who they're by. But I already saw this on TikTok. She likes watching TikTok, and apparently she likes watching yarn TikTok, which really surprises me. And I keep wanting her to put my stuff on TikTok. I don't know how. And like, I can send you pictures. Ari, just, figure it out. Because she likes to be on TikTok and she likes to edit videos. So I'm like, edit my stuff and put it on TikTok. And she's like, okay, but we can't figure out like a good way to get my stuff to her. But somebody said that she can actually steal it from YouTube and put it on TikTok. I'm like, okay, I already do that. And don't ask me how, because I don't know. That's what you're for. You're the kid. You should know this better than me. I'm the old lady. And she laughs at me and she says, okay, Grammy. That's as far as it gets. She doesn't want to figure out how to do it. It takes after a Grammy. I don't want to figure out how to do it either. So let's see. But she goes on TikTok and she finds things to make, and then she wants me to make them for her. And being the Grammy that I am, I say, okay, I will give it a shot. So I found the video on TikTok. Don't ask me how I found it. Or maybe I just looked for it on YouTube. I don't know. I don't remember what I did, but I found the video on YouTube. And you make 2 hearts. They're supposed to be the same, but I didn't want to change colors all that time for the back. It's the back. It doesn't have to have 2 fronts. It can have a back and a front. I decided it's faster this way, and so I thought that I had enough pink of this pale pink, which is the Stitch Studio yarn, to make the back solid, but I did not. So I had to go back into the Red Heart Super Saver called Pretty in Pink to finish the back. But that's okay. And then I just seamed it together with that. And it's, when you're looking at the back, it's like hardly even noticeable that it's two different colors. So that's fine. And then the white is, because there's white sparkle in there, just in the white. You can't see the sparkle. It's not showing up for you. I'm sorry. But let's see. Now this ball is not done, but I thought the pink I did finish, and so I can add that yarn scrap into my finished on my spreadsheet, and the ball band in my ball band thing. It was oh, wait a minute, the pink was Premier Basics. I thought it was Stitch Studio, but it's not. It's Premier Basics. I really like it too, by the way. And the color was called, since it's a yarn you can get, Ballet. Premier Basics acrylic. And the pink is a Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Sparkle. And the color is called, this is the low pill fiber. I got it 99 cents I paid for this skein of yarn, as long as this is the right ball band. And the color is called Sparkle White, so it must be the right ball band. So yay. But the pink and the white will go back in my scraps. He's got to go to work with me on Friday, so I can give it away. This will go to Ariana the next time I see her, because now it is completely done, front and back. Now I'm going to tell you, if you make this, and I will, like I said, try to link the tutorial in the description box below. I will link it with the designer's, name in there. It's a quick make. I made the first half of it in, following the tutorial, which was a 40-minute tutorial. So I think I made the first half in like an hour and a half, because you have to watch the tutorial through. So I knew what to do, and it's and then you can follow the written pattern. But I would definitely suggest watching the tutorial, at least if you're good at amigurumis, at least until you get the flow of what she's doing. But the first several rounds, everything is different every time, the count, and I was confused just trying to read the pattern, particularly for the center start, because you crochet on both sides of your original chain. So that's a little bit, for me, that's like, I understand the theory, I just didn't really know where to put some of the stitches. My inexperience is not her tutorial. Her tutorial was fine, and very actually explanatory. Even for a beginner, you would know what to do. If you've never made an amigurumi stuffy pillow circular heart shape, you could follow that. And that's what I love about a good designer, a good tutorial, is that you can get all of that out of it. So I made the heart, but it is wonky looking. Mine was. Hers aren't. When you see, her finished product, they lay smooth and they're beautiful. Mine was wonky. And I saw in some of the comments, some of the people commenting on the tutorial were saying that theirs was wonky. Like hers looked smooth and flat when she laid them out. Mine did this, but I assumed that it would work its way out when I stuffed it, and it mostly did. As you see in the pillow, it's not, my edges aren't quite as smooth as hers were, but the wonkiness all throughout is gone, because you just stuffed it out. So that was fine. I wish I had put the big pink in the middle, the brighter color, and started it that way, but I didn't. Other than that, it's fine. It's fine anyway, but so I wasn't the only one that had the wonky, and maybe it's because I crocheted it too tight, because I do tend to, when I'm doing something that's stuffable, I do crochet even tighter than I normally crochet. I'm trying to work on that, but I don't want big holes to see the stuffing, so that's that. Then so what's coming up? Trying to keep up again still with the 3 things that I am trying to keep up with, and then fit in anything else that I can when I can, my other projects. And sometimes I can fit in other projects really nicely, which if I didn't fit these in, I would have been able to work on some of my other projects that are already started. But I'm getting paid for this one. I don't get paid for crocheting very often. And I was requested by a grandkid for this one, so you have to fit that stuff in, you know? It's more important to, particularly the grandkid stuff. You gotta fit that's stuff you gotta fit in. And speaking of, so when Chloe and I were in here working, another new project I have to start, I talked to her about a cover-up for her bathing suit. Her bathing suit is apparently like a bright lime green, she said. And I showed her the cover-up that I made, my oceans, white sands and ocean waves, and which she loved. But then I showed her what Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too, what she did to change the pattern. Like she made it a V-neck, and then she did the corset thing. Chloe likes that here, but not, Chloe doesn't want the sleeves. I wanted the sleeves because I thought the sleeves were cool, and they are. I mean, Chloe thinks they are too. I mean, I think the sleeves are awesome, the bell and the split and all of that. I'm real happy with that design, but Chloe doesn't want that on her summer cover up for the beach. So she wants it crappier here. Nancy made hers longer. I made mine to like cover my belly, I think, more. Chloe wants hers more. She's got high-waisted bathing suit bottoms, and so she wants it to come like to the top of her high-waisted bathing suit. And then we both decided that we like the split on the side better than the split in the middle. And Chloe wants hers all one color because that's what she likes. So she picked out this fresco fiber yarn that is a 3-weight yarn that I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance last year, and this color is called Eggshell. So she's just going to do this like off white, and so that's what's coming up next. You'll be seeing the progress of that. She's coming over today with her roommate, who is now my new adopted granddaughter, who will be spending a lot of time here this summer, from what I understand. That's the plan right now. Allie, my newest granddaughter, who is 20 years old, her family lives in Pennsylvania, but she got an internship because her and Chloe are roommates at college. She got an internship here, and so she's staying on campus for the summer. But she's not real thrilled about, living alone in the dorm, and it won't even be like a lot of people there because everybody's gone home for the summer. Well, their campus is only like a 20-minute drive from my house. I said, listen, girl, come on over anytime you want. We have a pool in the backyard that nobody swims in, so Roy will be thrilled if you come over and swim all the time. And I said, you know what? He'll give you keys to the garage and teach you how to vacuum it. You can come over when we're not home. We don't care. You can share Chloe's room upstairs because Chloe doesn't spend much time in it, but Chloe says she will this summer. Her and Allie will camp out up there. I said, okay, whatever. So that's the plan. And apparently Allie loves crocheted clothes. So I'm very excited about that. And I talked to Chloe about the tanks and tees. And I don't know what the hashtag is, but it's, I think, hashtag tanks and tees 23 that's starting in May. Now I talked to her about it, and she said, Grammy, Allie would really love one. So when Allie gets here today, we're going to do some yarn shopping for a tank and tee. That is the Nina's Next Knots brainchild. Her and someone else, who I also can't remember. I remembered a lot of names today, though, so I have to give myself credit for a lot of names I remembered. Anyway, they're doing the tanks and tees thing, and I was going to do one for myself, but it'd be easier to do one for Allie. She saw what I made Chloe last year, the boho, and she, the granny square thing, and she loves it. So I don't know if she wants that kind of a thing, but I'm going to let her pick out some yarn today if she wants to, and we're going to do measurements, and so those will be the projects that I work on as much as I can to get them done. If she does something like the ones I made Chloe last year, Chloe and Amanda each got one. That was a real quick make. It was like 4 granny squares and sew them together and put some straps and fringe, and it was adorable. So I'm hoping that she picks something like that and I can make it for her real quickly, and you don't need to be like really good on the measurements and have to be like remeasuring all the time. So that's that. That's where we're at with that. So I'll let you guys know what she picks as far as yarns go as soon as she picks them. Well, in the next video. It's now 35 minutes. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will do a tour in the next video and show you where we're at, where it was when I started and went, oh God, I can't do this. Where we're at now. I'll take some video and I'll put that together for a second video. Maybe I'll just hold off until it's completely done to put it all together, because I do have to, which maybe I won't hold it off. I don't know. Because I can't crochet and put yarn away all at the same time, and my time gets limited. It's frustrating. I feel like I've rushed through this. Not that I wanted to, but I had a lot of stuff to do, and I'm expecting one of my grandkids to show up any time now. And we're having dinner, so I needed to get through it all, and I don't have time for the tour. So we'll do that in another video, and I apologize for that. Excuse me, tickle in my throat, these fibers. I gotta go back in the closet and get out of my throat. So that's what I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out in my yarn room. Thanks for looking at all my projects. Isn't she adorable? I just totally love her. She's so bright and cheerful. I need to make one for me. And I just might. Yes. But other things first. So I will see you guys in the next video. Say goodbye. Bye-bye, because you won't see her again, probably. She'll be gone to a baby and get chewed on and spit up on and all of that kind of stuff. See you guys.